Welcome to Storytime. Storytime with Shri Krishna. Is everyone ready? Ready for Shri Krishna, who is the most independent and so the most loving. This week's story is called Friend Forever. Shri Krishna, when he was born, was separated from his biological parents and was raised by his foster parents. His biological parents are Devi Devaki and Sri Vasudeva. And they were trying to protect him, so they gave Shri Krishna to his foster parents, and that is Devi Yashoda and Sri Nanda. Now, as Sri Krishna became a teenager, he was able to reunite after many years, many difficult, sad years. He was able to reunite with his biological parents. Now, they felt that they missed so much of Sri Krishna's upbringing that they had to follow their tradition, and so they escorted Sri Krishna and his elder brother Sri Balarama to the Gurukula. And there he lived with Rishi Sandipani and Rishi Sandipani's spouse. And Rishi Sandipani's spouse, they loved Sri Krishna so much, and Sri Krishna loved them back even more. This Gurukula, a real Gurukula, is a most inclusive space. School. There it didn't matter if you were well educated or not well educated, if you were well funded or not well funded. So while there, Shri Krishna became friends, close friends, maybe a friend forever with Sudama. Sudama was someone who was not so well educated, someone who was not so well funded, but it didn't matter. In the Gurukula, all are invited, all are welcome. Sudama was so simple outside that another name of his is Kuchela. Kuchela means the one whose clothes are not pleasant, whose clothes are torn, dirty. He just didn't have the fortune like maybe most of us do. Now fast forward, after completing studying how to love oneself, studying how to be smart, everyone left the Gurukula. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, it's taught that Sudama or Kuchela was really struggling with looking after himself and his spouse. They didn't have a lot of warmth. They didn't have a lot of food. And Sudama's wife reminded him that your friend forever is Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna is the leader. Shri Krishna is the king of our entire area. We are struggling. Go and ask him for help on behalf of both of us. He is one who is large-hearted, and even if you don't ask, I know that he'll support us. So Sudama was reluctant. He was not someone who felt like he needed to have nice clothes and nice food. He felt he was doing fine, but naturally, he cared and loved for his wife, and she felt this, so he said, I will do this, but we can't go empty-handed. In our tradition, whenever we meet our divinity, whenever we meet our personal guide, we never go empty-handed. We always bring a letter. We always bring a flower. We always bring support for them so they can do more service for the world. So they were looking around and they were trying to figure out, what can we actually give to the one who has everything? And between their home and some of the neighboring homes, they were able to secure some poha, which means puffed rice that has been dried and flattened. Puffed rice that has been dried and then flattened. So really rustic food. Now Sudama is on his way to Shri Krishna's city. He's coming to Shri Krishna's palace. And there, security stops Sudama, saying, "Who are you? Why are you here?" And he explained that I'm Shri Krishna's friend forever. And security went and told Shri Krishna this, and Shri Krishna was with his wife, Bhagavati Rukmani, and immediately he got up and he rushed to go and welcome Sudama. He hugged him, he held his hand, he brought him into the palace, he brought him into the room where Shri Krishna and Devi Rukmini were together as a couple. And together they reminisced about how much Rishi Sandipani loved them, how much they loved Rishi Sandipani, and just enjoyed these meaningful memories. And as their reminiscing went on, then Shri Krishna shared, "I'm so hungry. I hope you brought something for me." And Sudama was so shy that he has nothing, and even what he brought was so rustic. So he was very much avoiding answering this question, but Shri Krishna saw that there was a little pouch that he had near him. So Shri Krishna gently took that and opened it, and his eyes were bright. He was delighted that this is exactly what Shri Krishna wanted, this poha, and so he just started to eat so much poha. And Sudama couldn't help but just be moved by how large-hearted, how accommodating, how supportive Shri Krishna is. And after eating, then they both went to sleep. Now the next morning, Sudama wakes up and he couldn't bring himself to asking anything from Shri Krishna. So he simply gave him a hug and said, "I hope we can be together soon." And Shri Krishna very quietly didn't make much fanfare about Sudama leaving, but he did walk Sudama all the way to outside the palace, outside of the city, and then Sudama went on. Now as Sudama is continuing to walk towards his village, towards his hut, he just can't recognize where did his hut go. He is unable to find this, and as he's just walking around, he sees a woman, and she looks so healthy, she looks so beautiful, and he's able to realize that this is his wife. And so he goes to her, and she has this huge smile on her face saying, "You did it. You asked Shri Krishna to support us, and now look at all of our clothes, look at all of our rooms, look at all of our food." And Sudama just cried and cried and cried out of tears of joy that Shri Krishna gave bhukti, that means pleasure, possession, position, to his wife because that's what she wanted. And Shri Krishna gave bhakti, that is devotion, to him because that's what Sudama wanted. Shri Krishna is the one who's ever looking at us, ever looking after us, ever loving us. He is our friend forever. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.